everyone, welcome to Friday. Welcome to my desk. Welcome to my mess. I have no idea what I'm doing today except making a mess on my desk. And if I sound like Cat in the Hat, well, you can blame me because it was on our video the other day. Just stuck there. Okay, so I haven't been doing much in my Hobonichis lately, so I thought I would haul them out. They're in the Alatona cases. So there is the Hobonichi Cousin Avec. Here is the Hobonichi Weeks, and here is the dailies. Now I noticed this one doesn't have the monthly done for October, November, and we're coming into December. Okay, and then also the pages of the dailies stop pretty much on the 9th of September. Is that correct? No, the 18th of September. No, I did the 29th. I did put a piece of vellum in there in October and one for November. Oh, wait. Look, I did. Okay, so I've done like splatterings, we'll call them. And it doesn't matter to me. Excuse me, guys. I'm still dealing with, you know what? And, you know, if you're my age or even half my age or, you know, it doesn't even matter. It's, I don't even know what these are. I pulled them out of some sticker packs. Trying to go through my stuff. Yeah, like if you're not feeling well, bless your hearts. Feel better soon, all of you. Take care of you. Don't worry about the simple things. Those will get done. That's my advice to you. Just take care of you. Get some soup into you, lots of fluids. You know, if you can have a nice, you know, mint tea or something like that, you know. But I know I was a homemaker for many, many years. And if you're in that position, or if you're even a working, like, parent or a working spouse, that's even harder because you got now many, many jobs. I get it. So I just cut yourself a little grace, you guys, okay? Because the one thing I learned along the way is that I never did. And this is my fifth of walking pneumonia, and it's taking longer and longer and longer to heal. And I don't think it's because I didn't choose to go into the hospital, because I think I would have just caught something else. I think it's because, oh, and I'm going to take off this hat. I think it's because the more you get it, the harder it is to shake. And that's just how it is. So I'm just going to drink some water. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Get yourself a tea, coffee. Pause me, please. My videos tend to be an hour-ish. I don't put them on the clock, and actually I should, oh, look at that, charge my watch, because I don't wear it unless I have to. Okay, hang on a second. Just charging it up here. I'm just going to put the do not disturb on. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this evening, actually. I got a lovely, and I've wanted one for a long time, but when it was really quiet, my daughter and I went to Winners, and like my youngest daughter and she needed running shoes. So I wanted to get her a little something because like she helps me all the time. And like I usually do her stocking and a little something. Meanwhile, I'm gonna look for stickers, and we're just gonna, like, I'm gonna tell stories. I'm gonna play in planners, move stuff around, and just play. So I'm just gonna call this video playing, I think. adding color and playing, going back, filling in pages, playing, I don't know. But it is a play video. I think I'm going to take this red off because it's like going to be shifting all over the place. And after this, of course, I have my lovely dishes to go and do because I cannot absolutely refuse. Am I hot or what? Yeah, sweater's got to come off. There's something about talking. One sec. There's something about talking that just warms up my body. I'm trying to keep my heater at the same temperature because I don't get the sun during the day. It heats up at night, so it gets warm. But like my body temperature is getting high and low. I spoke yesterday about my journal from last year being in a chic sparrow. This was a chic sparrow, you guys. I don't know if you wanted to see it or not, but I know it was requested, so because people couldn't visualize where this little side book had gone. So as you can see, there was twin papers here in the back to this one here. And then this is where I put that calendar book here. And then I had decorations in here. And what I loved about this cover, you guys, is it said, Santa Claus is coming to town, ho, ho, ho. Like that. And I really kind of wanted it to use it this year because it's like, look how squishy that is. But it's B6 size, and as you can see, it says Chic Sparrow. I did find this as well. Oh, look at that. I didn't realize I'd scratched it. I tend to find a lot of things off of eBay, and what I do is I shop closest to me. That's how I put it in when I'm looking. So sometimes it's like in the same city even. Sometimes it's across a pond. But like if I try to find something in Canada, then I don't have to pay import tax or any other kind of taxes. Sometimes even if it's included, that's fine. But a lot of sellers nowadays are not paying that. Like I think it's only, I don't know, I've only sold once off of eBay. And I'm trying to think. I included it, but I think it was like $11 to insure / include the delivery import tax. But that was then, and I'm going back now. I'm trying to pull from a memory that is like cheesecloth, so don't quote me. But so many are saying now that no, they're not paying it. And there's a risk to be taken with that. If you don't pay it, people can refuse it at the post office, and then it comes back to you. And according to law, at least here in Canada, if we refuse a parcel because the import tax is beyond our means, meaning we didn't realize, because I got charged beyond for a map, and I didn't know this at the time. And they're still like debating that fee, but like I just sent it back. And then another thing too that's been kind of going on, and while I'm talking, I'm just going to be like just slapping down a few stickers from this old kit here. Let's see if I have any. Okay, well I don't have any for October. Let's see if I have any for November. Just to kind of fill them in. See, that would have been perfect under here. And you know what? Why can't it be? Where's my scissors? Why can't it be? All I have to do is be creative. So yeah, last month, a subscription that I'd canceled, actually my daughter canceled, an art box subscription, reactivated. I didn't reactivate it, they did, and sent it here. And I went to go pick it up and they wanted like $37 import tax. And I was like, and my daughter said, Mom, no, you don't have to pay it. And the post office people were like, no, you don't have to pay it. So what's supposed to happen is it goes back and they're supposed to refund you. Well, they have 90 days because you're tracking it, right? So I ended up having to phone my credit card company. And I'm just telling you guys all this because if you don't know this, now you do. So I phoned my credit card company and I got the money back. And it was 115 US dollars, you guys. Like they'd shot their prices up. I'm not saying which, our company. But they'd shot their prices up almost like 40 US dollars. Calling it, you know, in the name of import tax. And then I also had to pay that in import tax. So I refused it. It was sent back. And then finally I had to wait the 90 days and call them. And I just had it like reimbursed onto my credit card. So I guess moral of the story. Do you hear this? Do you hear the sirens, you guys? Like, I can't. Seriously can't deal with sirens every day here. Honestly, I feel like I have to wear earplugs. And like I don't know what's going on. They've been constant for months. And like, I have severe and chronic PTSD to do with sirens, and so that does not help. But you know, like I feel bad for whoever needs it, and like I pray that everybody's okay. But I also know that sometimes like the guys that are driving these like sirens just put them on so that they can avoid traffic because there's so much construction where I live, and I've seen it. And hang on, I'm gonna pause it while they pass. Alrighty. Yeah, like I can't I can't deal with that. So I pulled this off a little too short, so I'm just gonna like cut it back here and see if I can't tape or glue or see, I cut that too short again. Goodness me. Come on, Mel, get your stuff together. Get it together. Problem with PTSD, you guys, is that like unless you're on guard, and I mean really on guard, you get flooded with like the memories of the events. And I've worked on it for a long time, but when you start hearing it every single day, it's a breakdown. And some people can turn their minds off of it, and that's great. But for me, it works the opposite. And so I do have some news about that, but I will let you guys know about that in a future video, not this one. So there, that kind of looks nice, even though I like mangled that up a little bit. Yes, I know, like this is like back in November-ish, but I'm just trying to add color to my book, play a little bit. I was supposed to have an appointment today for noon on the phone for an hour, but I begged off of it. And that's what I'm doing today. Only it's not there. It's in a beautiful pen like this. I didn't even tell you guys the story, so I'll put that there. So I've really wanted one of those cast iron pots. Do you know the kind I'm talking about? Like the Martha Stewart kind, but like not as expensive, because Martha Stewart is like creme de la creme and like $110 at Winners, and that was like half price of normal everywhere. So I think the one I found was Paris Hilton, and Olivia actually found it. It's in the shape of a heart. It was like under 50 bucks. And I was like, yes, please. Yes, please. So I'm going to do up either a turkey stew. I think so. I think I offered her either ground turkey chili was what I was going to do, but she's not into chili beans. So I said, well, what else would you like? Because I bought the celery, the onions, like, you know, I do the OMAD right now. So she was like, well, how about like a stew or something? And I'm like, okay, I can do that. Like, but my kitchen has to be spotless. So it shall be spotless. And I will enjoy doing it because my new take on things is I get to do it. I get to do it. And that's what I want to do. So I'm just going to come down here and just put some lovely stickers because I did a lot of like cooking this month. I did for some reason, guys. Okay, that one does not look good there. Just seeing if I could have put like a different color to offset it a little bit. Yeah, so I can tell I still have a bit of a, maybe that one? Yeah, or the pink. Maybe the pink. I'm still fighting with a bit of a fever. It's not life or death, though. I'll be really happy when it's done. This thing has gone on its, like, course for a long time. And I'm kind of tired. To say the least, I'm kind of tired of it. But I don't want to complain because, you know what? Like, there are definitely worse things in the world that I could have. So I'm just going to be grateful and do my best to... When did I go shopping? Yesterday I went shopping, so I'll put that there. Yeah, I'm just going to be grateful. I did spend more time on the TV this month. Or on my phone watching like silly shows like food like your grandma used to make. Like really old like nothingness shows, or like I don't even know because like I would fall asleep for 20 minutes with the phone on my lap, or like I tried to read, right? But the book would fall on my lap, and I did read your comments from last video or the video before. Thank you to the one lady who recommended the theologian Wes. I'm aware of him. Thank you. I just wanted to thank you for contributing to that, because had I not been, I would have been really happy to know about him. I've seen his debates up against other people as well, and I think he does a very, very good job. I cannot possibly be a judge because, like, I don't know enough. That's why I'm studying it. Like, it's one thing to read the word and be in the word, and another to understand it fully. And I don't know, maybe I have a 1 to 3% understanding fully of it, but maybe it's even more than that. I don't know, but I don't sit here and say that I do, because I'm still learning. Every single time I read something else, I learn something else. But I'm also at the point where you can believe one thing and you can know one thing. So an example of this is like maybe you go to school and your teacher tells you something, so you believe it. And then somebody else tells you something, and that reinforces that belief, so you believe it some more. And on and on and on and on and on. And your own folks maybe had been taught that way, so they believed it. You see where I'm going here? But then one day, you actually see something with your own eyes, and you know that everything you've been taught before can't possibly be based on science that you were given growing up and what you're seeing and like actually physically looking at with your own eyes. And I'm not talking emotions here, okay, because we're warned against that. I'm talking literally like physical, scientific proof. That's knowing. Okay, faith is different. Faith is that intuition deep in your heart. Okay, that is different. I've always had faith from the time as far back as I could remember, and not because anybody put it there, because I always refused to go into confessional boxes. I just couldn't. It was like a standing coffin to me, and I could not do it. No offense to any Catholics here, but I could not do it. Now, I had a no-no who was Sicilian, and he was really loud, and he was not very happy about my decision not to do that, you guys. But I still held my ground. And even if they tried to drag me in there, and back in my days, kneeling on raw rice when you were disobedient because, you know, you wore little skirts with long socks that ended just beneath your knees. Like, if I asked a question in like, I'm trying to think of what it's called now, and I can't, like, why can't I think of Bible school? But I was very young, and I used to ask these questions because it didn't make sense to me. And I'd be literally told by the nun to go kneel on raw rice, you guys. Raw rice. I still have scars. And and you wonder why I'm in therapy today. But yeah, but it never deterred me. It never deterred me from the love I knew that was there. It's just you have to discern right from wrong. And that's why I've always said, like, I believe in a certain kind of truth and law. And man's law is not it, because I've seen the fallacy in it. And I can't stand by. I won't stand by and allow it to be dictated in such ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, you guys, I just wanted to say thank you for suggesting Wes, because I'm familiar. But I'm also like older, you guys. I'm much older, and because I am older, I want to have certain things answered. You know what I'm saying? I want to know certain things. And these things don't come off of like the internet, because like things on the internet, I've screenshot things in the internet, gone back for that particular reference, it's gone or changed. So if I don't have a physical book with a physical date, because I'm a researcher, if I, like, even before I'm a writer, I'm a researcher. If I can't have those proper annotations from a physical book that I physically have in my possession, then no, it's a no-go, because it can be changed. That's the flaw I find in technology today, is that it can be changed. And so I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of putting in a couple of stickers of things that I've been doing. I'm going to be cooking today. Tomorrow is Saturday. I'm probably just going to like do some study here. And Sunday, I got to the end of Sunday. Yesterday was a really good day, but I'll just put that heart there. Like this whole month has been like one of those months where it's been hard, but at the same time, it's been hard, but for a good way. Like, I made it through. Some of the hardest things in my life that I've ever had to live through, like, it's kind of like having babies, right? Like, you forget how hard that was. And I never had, like, epidurals. I never had any of that. With my first one, I tried the gas mask, and it got suction cupped to my face, and you're supposed to let go, and I never did, and it flew across the room, and after that, they wouldn't give it back, so I had nothing with my first one. And I remember I was screaming, like, my mask, my mask. I could have been a comedian, you guys. My God. So, long story short, we had our... When did we have our Thanksgiving? I have no idea, you guys, when our Thanksgiving was, because our Thanksgiving in Canada is in October. I did, okay, so on the 12th, I've had this thing. Actually, I've had this thing since the 10th of October, you guys. Wow. Way longer than I thought. Yeah. Unfortunately. Oh, well. When was Thanksgiving? The 13th, my daughter's birthday. I should have known that. So, here were the foods. So, because I'm not fond of, like, Halloween kind of stuff, I'm just gonna use, like, these kind of stickers down here. Gonna come off of there. Come here. Like, I like... It's funny because when my girls were little, they were into trick-or-treating. That's what we called it, trick-or-treating. And we lived in military housing, and every other child did it. And you couldn't avoid it, right? But I wouldn't let them dress up in scary costumes, and I wouldn't let them wear masks or anything like that, because when I was raised, you didn't cover your face with a mask. I mean, it was just common sense. So my kids were PG costumes. Everybody could see who they were. I certainly went with them. You know, that kind of thing. There was a meal on here, a plate of some sort of food. And I don't know what I did with it, you guys. Sorry. Why? Did I lose it? Oh, it's on my lap. So it's the 13th. So this will represent the... It's also my middle daughter's birthday. So I'll put that little phone there. And I might as well put this little green thing there because, you know, that's important. What other things I can do? I hope this isn't like too boring, you guys, going back in time and having story hour, but please do let me know. I just felt like maybe some of you would want something. It was either do this. I don't really have the bandwidth today to think. I'm quite tired, actually. I haven't been sleeping great, and what I really need and what I can't actually even do, because I need to seriously disinfect my kitchen. But I'm so looking forward to like a period of time not too far in the distance, because I won't have to worry about it anymore, you guys. But I'll get into that at that time. Yeah. Let's put this one here along the side. And roll it up. These are the burr months, right? Like September, October, November, and then January. Let's put, what color do we want to, like this is all orange and brown, so we'll put a brown one down. Like that, and then maybe a mug of pink tea or something. So going back to the story, I wanted to make sure, like my daughter was saying she needed new runners, and she's on her feet all day at her job. And instead of me guessing what kind of things to buy her, if she had a significant other, I wouldn't do that, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta put a sticker. Where are we? November, yeah, November 28th. That's today, so I have to do that before I can do that. Okay, so back we go. I love saying it with stickers, you guys. October. I'll say it with balloons because there were so many holidays or adventures. And I'll put the money sign underneath because lots of money went out last month. No, I won't. That's too big for that. Maybe a leaf. It'll be leaf. Saying a lot. Stop it, Mel. Right. We were at Winners, and she did find some running shoes, and she found, like last year I did 2 stockings up for her because I honestly didn't know what to get her. And so at Winners, she put some stuff in the cart. She had no idea I was going to pay for it. None. And then and the thing is, by doing that, like, she's very conscientious of what she's putting in the cart. But like, I did tell her about the running shoes. So I told her about the running shoes because she was like, no, I'm going to wait, because she only wanted 1 pair. She was going to wait to order a certain pair. And I was like, honey, like, your shoes are falling apart right now. Like, it's a gift from me. Like, take it. Right? And then she got really excited because, you know, like, when you're older, haven't you noticed somebody buys you socks, underwears, or undergarments or shoes, and you're like really happy about that because usually those are you're the last person to get that for. So, yeah. I'm just gonna do some trimming of this little creature here very briefly. There. Get that off of my scissors. Bye-bye. So you can go where? Here. Start the month off. And then I was like, my daughter has a friend, and I was saying to my daughter's friend, she's got eczema really, really bad, and it's like she hasn't been able to work and hardly be able to walk. And I found out that she's been like taking 2 buses to go like literally 8 blocks. And she knows my number and everything. And so I said to my daughter, put her on the phone. And I gave her poop. I says, I'm giving you poop. I says, I told you before, like, if you have appointments, like, I'm 5 minutes from her in 3 minutes, like, it would take 8 minutes to get her to her appointment. I said, so, you know, I can always do my appointments from the phone. I said, like, that's the thing, you guys, like, I consider people, like, they're important to me. People first, then experiences, then things. Like, I don't know, you guys. So she said she would, but she just didn't want to put me out. I said, you're not putting me out. Look, if somebody asks you to do this, you're not putting them out. Or they wouldn't say, do it, you know? Like, and if somebody asks you to do something and then they say, oh, you owe me, well, that's not free and clear. And they have no business then saying that you should ask them, because, like, it's, in my opinion, false advertisement. I think, like, you shouldn't do that to people. So I think that little guy there, I wonder if I can get him off. I've got the calendar on my lap about to fall. I don't know if it's supposed to be play, you guys, and I'm ranting, but I don't know, like, I've always been like, you got to put family first, and when you do that, like, it just comes back to you so much, like, and you might not think it does right away, right? Because everybody's busy with their family, and, you know, but it does. I know it does. And, like, I've seen it, you know. Like, for example, when I was in hospital with my kids, or with my pneumonia last time in 2023, my kids, like, took turns making sure that every waking hour somebody was with me. And at the time, my youngest lived in Vancouver, so she was like coming over and on the weekends, and like my other 2 had children, and they were like juggling for me. So it comes back. It really does. It started to get cold somewhere around the 15th. We'll put the socks there. And I'm just sticking these stickers down wherever, you guys, because, like, I had, like, some stickers here and here. Some stickers didn't have anything. Like, it hasn't been, like, this whole, like, these were from Mama Lay's planner. I did announce it on I can't remember now, you guys, but I did, like, I did a flip through of this A6. It should be here. There should be a card in here. Somewhere in here. I know there is, because somebody's going to ask. And when they do, and I don't know it, then I have to search. And I'm so sorry, you guys, because it's breaking the flow. Little Bits box, okay? Keep calm, breathe. Little Bits box. So she's the one that does all these stickers, these cute stickers here, okay? Anyway, now I forget what tangent I was on and where I was going. So we were talking about October. Nothing at all to do with anything except that, you know, like when you put people first, it really does come back to you 100%, if not more so. If not more so. And I'm really fortunate. And all I'm really doing right now is just putting stickers around the border. Interesting. It's funny when you just see something for the first time. I don't know how many of you guys like to play with stickers, but I tell you, like, honestly, I could play with stickers. How many of you do not know that about me yet? Like, stickers and me, man. Here's a shocker, right? So I'm really happy that I got this. It's, like I said, it's like a tan colored 4-quart cast iron skillet that goes in the oven. Do you guys know what the ones I'm talking about? Generally speaking, like, they can be very expensive. And like, I just wasn't prepared to spend hundreds upon hundreds of dollars on a cooking pot, even though, you know, yeah, sure, if I had nothing else in my life to spend money on, that would be great, but that's not the case. And because it's not the case, I wasn't gonna do it. I don't want, like, things like that. Like, I'm not afraid of dying, you guys. Never been. But yet, on the other hand, like I think it's become this thing to advertise that, you know, this, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, everywhere I look around me is this distortion of negativity. Always, like the opening of the Olympic Games, the fact of CERN, and like, I won't go into it, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, because that's not for me to do. Like, I'm just saying, like, even the inversion back a few years ago, I don't know if you guys remember the trend of the upside down Christmas trees. Like, everything is, I don't know. There's another siren. Unbelievable. So, like, I just pray everybody's okay. I try not to say too much. I try to watch my P's and Q's. But at the end of the day, like, if I need to put my foot in the sand and draw my, like, a line, I will. That's just how it'll be, because you kind of have to. Now, this one's a pumpkin that's been left behind. I don't know why, but we're going to put it right there. Let's see, we got some leaves in here. Let's add some leaves. This might be totally boring, because, like, it's like going back in time, but hey, I don't know. Maybe it's nostalgic. Maybe it's just background noise. Maybe you're just doing your dishes. I don't know. Like, my dishes will only take me, I don't know, maybe an hour. Then, as I'm waiting for this stew to cook, maybe I'll come back and do another video. I don't know whether it'll be tomorrow's video or, like, I don't know. Like, I never know what my videos are going to be about, guys. Like, honestly, I wing all this stuff. I used to try to like think, okay, well, what do I want to do? But the reality is, yeah, I just kind of go with it. I go with it. And that's because like I tried and I flopped in a huge way, like huge. Let's get you up there. Just trying to fill up these little guys with like little teeny weeny itty bitty stickers because, you know, why not? I don't drink. I did pay a lot of bills down here, so we'll put that here because I usually pay them then. I don't know what this plus sign is for. I'll put it there because why not? Put that there for Sunday. Start getting my garbage together at that point. And I think that's when I got my nails done last to be. No, because I think I went during the week, but I don't think it really matters. Like, I'm not trying to be like accurate on here. But there's October. At least it's done. November, I'll come along with like some other icons. December. Okay. So these Sweet White designs, like I've been with them long enough now that I've got quite a... There's February. So back here, like this is all from February last year all the way to like now. And then I have December. Is that right? And then I found these vintage, found some of these vintage stickers in my stash. So I was going to put them in my, I might work in my Hobonichi Cousin of Vec tomorrow. And like really spend some time in there. Because look how cute these vintage ones are. And, right? So, I think I'll put those with them in the back here. Don't really want to fold them the whole way. But yeah, like this vibe here. Let's get it to December. No, October. So we're like, I have a feeling like, sorry. I believe like you can go back at any time and like fill in your books, do whatever, right? You know, here's another little bits box with my raccoons. Came home from going to Winners with my daughter, found out they had cut down half of one of my bushes. And see, I don't own where I live here. And when they cut half that bush down, I couldn't understand why. Like, it was healthy. Completely healthy. Simply like the trees in my back area. Those trees were healthy. And they're coming along and they're cutting them down. And I feel so sad when they do that. Because squirrels live up there, the raccoons live up there, the birds, beautiful blossoms come off of those trees. You cut down the middle tree, the one next to it dies. Like their root systems underground are families, and they're cutting the middle one so that both trees die. Why? Like, and then they were trying to say to me, well, you know, they only live this long. Well, okay. if they had said to me they were piercing the pipelines, I'd have bought that because I did see soil and sand in my old toilet, but that's not what they told me. And so I'm like, you know what? I know what you guys are trying to do. And it really upsets me why they're doing it. And I won't get into the why part, but you guys have imaginations. I'm sure you could figure it out. So I already got my January Sweet Kawaii design. Here's my December, and this one was my October. Look at that, and I didn't even use this one. But I will go through like my books on my next flip and like put all of these ones in there as well. So we'll leave that out because I have a feeling I've been talking a lot. How long have I been talking? Let's see, I've got 10 minutes. Let's get December down, you guys. Now, because I do December here in the weeks, it would be the only one left, if I'm correct. Yeah. So we're going to swap out the daily, monthly for a minute with the weeks. And I'm going to try not to overly crinkle. Okay. So let's see what's in here. Sorry about the crinkle. Either you really like the crinkle or you don't. Or maybe it doesn't bother you at all. But in my experience, like there's some crinkle I really like and some I really don't. So this one here, the freebie, is the countdown on the Christmas tree. And then this I usually come along and put in the back, but lately I'll just slide it in there. And then when we're done, I'll go in the back and like do a bit of a review. Although I haven't for November yet because we're still in November. Although, look at this, like, we're like, this practically this whole month. Well, these 2 months in particular, or these 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, like, not only did I have, like, double pneumonia, not only did I have that, but I had something really important ongoing at the same time, like super really important. And I was like, there's no way I'm stopping midpoint at this point to do that, to go anywhere. So yeah, no, wasn't happening. So we are here on the Friday the 28th. And there's still quite a bit of like papers. I never did May's conclusion, but I will, like, because it's nice to come along and just put point form, like some of the highlights. And now that I know that, like, see, September's here, and then I've got May. But if I'm going to use the same stickers, you know, and then August is here, right? Because, like, so I've got September, May, then I've got August and November, and then here's November here as well. So November starts, and then there's November. And then after all of that, I still have quite a few pages, you guys. So there's 73 pages in this one, but next year's book has 75 pages. And I do have like a couple of megas, but one I've been using as my medical week since 2023. And it's still got ample room to go. Oh, pardon me, you guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hopefully you got a nice little yawn and ear cracking out of that too. And if you if you said anything or thought anything for me in that moment, I appreciate it. Especially if it was positive. But yeah, like the mega in itself, unless I wasn't doing an A6 and I was doing the dailies and I had 150 pages, like that's doable to me, especially if I did them in half and just did a checklist. Because on the weeklies, as you can see, like there's like a lot of people can make like this little tiny space great for a whole week. So yeah, here we are here. So I did that, that. Okay, so today's actually a sunny day, which is good news, but it's still like cold. It's like 3 degrees Celsius. And we're apparently like this is 1 degree higher than normal, and it will go up to 9 degrees Celsius, but I don't feel that at all. And then noon appointment canceled. Oh, wait. I'm wrong. Because that was yesterday. And yesterday was much like, it's a bit windy too yesterday. At 6:30, was it 6:30 to 7 p.m. I'd made too much like of a meal, so I took most of it to my daughter and picked her up and took her home because like her feet have been hurting. She waited too long to get new shoes, and she's got like fallen arches. So yeah, I just wanted to surprise her, so I picked her up. With some food. Keep it simple. And then, yeah, the sun, I don't think came out at all. It was cloudy and rainy and windy. It's not the best drawing, you guys. And it was cold, and that's all I'm going to say because it was cold. So I did that, and then she and I talked for a little bit because she had to work at like dark stupid this morning for like maybe 15-25 minutes, something like that, before she went home. And then today I was like, I did get some sleep, and then I started my morning routine at 3:30 hours. Don't ask me why I've reverted to military time, but I have. And it's sunny but cold for me. Like it's like 3-4 degrees on the lower end, up to 8-9 degrees on the higher end, but it's still cold. And then I canceled appointment for noon. It was on the phone, but the construction around here, you guys, is just brutal and it's exhausting. And like it's after yesterday, I did quite a, like I had a lot of, if I had a green pen on here, let's see if I have green. There was some business I was taking care of. And this is like business. And there was business. Like, I'm serious. Like, when I talk business, I mean like up and above like my normal stuff. So I did not have a chance to deal with anything else. So here is an appointment just going to write, and then await confirmation. And then also, while I'm on it, I have an appointment here at, here's my calendar. You guys, I just feel like, and you could comment below, like, doesn't it feel as if time is like sped up? Because to me it does. And then Tuesday, appointment at 11 a.m. Appointment at 9:30 a.m. Appointment at, oh my God, I have I have 5 like base appointments at 1 p.m. Like, I'm exhausted already. First 5 days of December, and I have 5 appointments. And then I already know like when some of the doctors are going on leave. So it's not she doesn't call it a vacation. She calls it leave. And then I suspect my other one will be too. So, okay, let's go back here, because obviously I was going to do the monthly, and it's really easy to do because it comes like this in the pretty colors. So I'm not going to put in all these numbers with you guys, but it also comes with like all of these beautiful stickers here too. Like, I'll show them to you though. So every day it has like, this is Pie Day and Fitness Day and book quote of the Roof Over Your Head Day. Oh, I like that one. Like all of these days, okay? But then this one here, these little guys here get put in here. It's too much to do. We're already past the hour, so I'm just going to lay down the base stickers. Let's see if I can't get this December up, because I tell stories, you guys, and I talk, and I go on my tangents, and I pray it's not corrupted, so I have to watch that it's not corrupted. And I do actually have to get cleaning, and I don't want to like rush. Like, I don't know who invented the word power hour for cleaning, but like I used to do that all the time, but I can't do that with this remaining, with my lungs the way they are still. So I have to putter, and because I have to putter, I want to make sure that, you know, it doesn't take anything to cook what I'm going to cook for the meal tonight. And my daughter lives literally minutes away. That's not the issue. The issue is I won't begin cooking until it's spotless in there. And by spotless, yes, folks, you will smell the bleach when you open my front door, because I'm not a bleachaholic anymore, thankfully, but I water it down considerably. Bleach is the only known, like, I've done natural cleaners, okay? I've done them all. The vinegar, the natural, I've done them all. In my mind, bleach is the only thing that kills the flies, the bugs, the pests, what comes up the drains. Like, you'd be surprised. Things come up our drains here, you guys. Like, it's nasty. So, like, I've been pouring mouthwash down the drains because, like, I read that works. And when I discovered that mouthwash is, of course, all alcohol, it doesn't surprise me. I don't personally drink. I used to, though. My liver ran away from home when I was in the military. This one here. Yeah, so I gave it up. I just stopped. And wasn't worth it. That's one thing that once I give something up, I just give it up, right? It's a struggle for some people their whole lives, and, you know, I understand. I have other struggles in other areas, for sure, but, what is this Cyber Monday sticker? Why are you on there? Some of these stickers, I have no idea what they are, but I think they're like to do with the US, and I'm in Canada, because I've never heard of Cyber Monday. Maybe it's to do with like Black Friday and then Cyber Monday. I don't know. You know what? I'm just going to leave it there and put December over top of it, because, like, to me, those two holidays, because I've been a Canadian, like, they're really too close together. So, and then up here, this is the hard part, because I never get these straight if my life depends on it. But we're going to try. Sorry if my hand is in the way of the camera, you guys, but if I get things straight the first time, I'd be surprised. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to do in this book, and like I said, you guys, I'm super slow, so that's part of the reason why you get long videos from me, is because I'm slow. But you can always speed me up by touching your screen. You know how to do that, right, folks? If you don't, put it in the comments below, and I'll happily let you know how to speed me up, or other people will, because, yeah, it's quite easy to do. I'm just thinking, do I tape that one down? Yeah. Tape is my stationary best friend. Clear tape, I mean. And I'll remember not to put them on the corners next time until I there. So they're all the same. Like, this whole book, I think, like, I didn't do this December. And I didn't do January's. And even February's. I didn't do it all, because I was, like, mixing them up between, like, the daily book, the A6 book, and this book. So here's March, April, and then May. So May started, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And so what I'll end up doing is putting these stickers here on each of the days, as well as, like, either putting these little guys here, or coming along to this December and putting the little bulbs on here, or not at all, and just decorating this December now with these beautiful garlands right in the middle, like so. wasn't gonna do that, but you know what? Why not, right? And then I'll put the tree here. And this cupcake with the bell on top. That's so cute. And then this one here with the red hat on top. And then we've got some holly and mistletoe. We've got these guys here. Which maybe I'll put one for over Christmas like that. And then I'll put this guy down here. And I'll put a holly up here. Candy cane down here. And then I'll just find a few more to there's a whole sheet of stickers. That's kind of neat. So gingerbread men down here. Put the sleigh on the 24th. We'll put this in the mailbox up. So write your letter to Santa. And then in this corner, I'm going to put an ornament because that's, of course, I should put a tree, but there's one right there. But yeah, that's usually by the end of, although like my nanny used to love the Christmas tree up to her birthday, which was the 7th of January. So we take it down around the 8th. But then now on this one here, the only thing I wanted to do that I hadn't done or considered was putting these lights under Christmas Day here. And then now I'll go back and forth between like these two books, do up the monthlies, and like here you see like need some filler in here because these nails make it real hard, you guys. Oh my goodness. Let's put, maybe can we fit little guy? A little guy here, and maybe a bigger guy here, and another little guy. I like to leave out the little guys. They're important. And then yeah. And then my daughter's birthday is also here. So I'm going to put this birthday kind of, can't believe that. Do I have another one? Cupcakey. Here's a cake though. Right there. And she doesn't like balloons, so, but there is sparklers. So she likes sparklers. So I'll have to rearrange that now that I'm noticing that, like, I've eaten up the space and I've made it difficult for you guys to see anything because I've been stacking stuff on top of everything. But that is basically my video for today, everybody. And I hope you had fun. Like, I was playing, that's it. Telling stories and playing. And showing off the Sweet Kawaii design kits. If you don't know what they are, I'm not an associate. I don't get any money for referring them, but I have enjoyed this company very much. And I live in Canada and they're in the States. And the reason I enjoy them is that they send their kits ahead of time. I find they're reasonable and the communication, first and foremost, has been top notch. And like, I can't compare apples and oranges with other people's artwork and these guys, and I'm not going to. But what I will say is that even if I liked somebody else's artwork more, even if I did, communication far outweighs that. And between the price, getting them here on time, and the company in itself and the professionalism, like, I'm forever, like, grateful to this company. So thank you for watching me and my channel. Hopefully I've been in view. These are the Alatoni kits, by the way, if you missed that, from Hobonichi. And this is the Hobonichi Weeks, the Hobonichi Techo. And remember, folks, we are perfectly imperfect, all of us. You are loved, as am I, needed and wanted far, far more than you will ever know. And I pray that your Friday is safe, blessed, and happy. And I will talk to you next time. Bye for now, everyone.